Hello, I'm back with story number 4. So I leave the hospital and I get back in touch with my delivery doctor that birthed my child at 15. I make an appointment and my grandmother goes with me. I tell him everything I'm going through about the movements and growths and what the first hospital tried to do about the heartbeat and how they tried to proceed to do surgery after telling me that everything I was doing was good and it was making the cyst go down. So he does a pregnancy test and tells me like it came back negative, you're not pregnant. He stuck his fingers up in me, went out, came back, and was like, I would like to see you for your ovarian cyst. So I make an appointment and go to the place to get the ultrasound done, and my grandmother goes with me. As the lady was doing the ultrasound, my grandmother had seen something big and black. Now this lady has seen me before, so she knows what I'm there for. So my grandmother had asked her, "What is that?" And she tried to brush it off with, and she said something. And after she got finished, she had said like she got good images or whatnot. So I make an appointment and go back to see the doctor. Me and my grandmother goes. The man comes in there. He says, "I didn't see anything. You need to go take pictures," and ran out the room. Now he usually greets me, shake my hand, something. He didn't do that. His reactions, his actions from that time and the time we met back up were totally different. So he ran out the room. Then came his nurse. She didn't speak to me, anything. She came in, she sat down, looked my grandmother in her face with this serious face, and asked my grandmother would she go to war for her grandchildren. My grandmother like, yeah, I go to war for my grandchildren. The lady then proceeds to say like she have such and such grandchildren and she'll go to war for all her grandchildren. And my grandmother is just sitting there saying she have such and such and she'll go to war for all hers too. Okay, we left. I'm still having problems and all the talk that I've heard, I go turn myself into the mental place to try to get some help. From there, I told them like, I think I'm pregnant, and I also said other things for them to get me in there. I get in there, they did a P test, they say you're not pregnant. The next day, I try to talk to the medical doctors to get some help. I'm telling them, please go and look at these pictures. There's something in my body and I don't feel good. Telling the psychiatrist the same thing too, like please go look at the ultrasounds and stuff. Well, they told me if I kept talking about a baby that they were going to keep me in there. So one day I wasn't feeling good and I was a little upset. A nurse came and talked to me. After that, a whole bunch of people start gathering around me. And I'm like, what's going on here? They were like, we're going to give you this shot. I said, no, I don't need the shot. Like, I'm all right. Like, I'm not acting crazy. I don't need a shot. They all proceeded to all charge at me, held me down, and shot me twice. I couldn't go outside to smoke. I couldn't do anything. I was in there for 2 weeks. They had forced me to stop talking about it. Never said nothing else about it so I can get out of there to try to get some help. Well, on the last day, the psychiatrist tells me, he said, I don't trust you to take the pills. So I'm going to force you to take the shots, but don't worry about it. It won't harm your baby. I couldn't do nothing but just lay back on the table, and the man ran out the room. I get up off the bed and go out there. The caseworker from there comes and hand me an envelope stating that I had court the next morning. They didn't give me a chance to get a lawyer, nothing. Then she goes and walks to the psychiatrist. So I'm trying to pay attention to him and get his reactions. I guess she tells him about the court date, and his eyes got wide. So we go to court day the next day. I meet the lawyer, whatnot. We get in there, and the psychiatrist admitted on tape and told them after doing a P test that he did say that he was going to force me to take medicine, but it won't harm the baby. They didn't say anything. I looked at the lawyers. I said, did you hear that? That's why I'm in here, because I think I'm pregnant. The lawyer fanned me off. It wasn't nothing I can do. So I get out of there and I go back and I call the doctor, my delivery doctor. I said, look, I'm hearing that I'm pregnant.